So we're making time. We're making time to check out this game. For those of you that are clicking on this, what are you doing? Go watch part 1. Go watch part 1 of this prologue. Because Snowbreak is a lot of these gacha games are pretty dense and they have heavy universes built. There's a lot that's going on and just a wild cast of wacky characters to look at. And just learning who they are and what they do in the greater universe, or at least just in this case who they are to you, those who fought by your side and will continue to fight by your side. So let us continue the prologue to Snowbreak Containment Zone. The snow had stopped. It was over. The Titan's form crumbled and was swept away on the dying wind. Girls whooped as they threw themselves at me. Overhead, where the tree's crown had once loomed, not a cloud remained, only scattered stars, faint but visible, even in daylight. Comms were coming back online. An aircraft was en route from the border, and my terminal lit up with messages from the girls who'd been worried sick. The tension in my mind had finally lifted. I let myself fall back. Life caught me. I'm fine. Just tired.
Darling, are you okay?
Let's lie down for a bit. The plane's still a ways out. She exhaled, relieved, and lay down beside me.
You
Life sat
scared me half
close,
to death.
letting my head rest in her lap. Acacia curled up too, closing her eyes with a cheek on my stomach. The clouds began to gather again, like a wound slowly stitching shut. My mind was blank, but I felt completely at peace. We boarded the plane, through the porthole, and looked at the land below. Snow was already melting, uncovering patches of yellow-green earth. Some mountaintops still held their white caps, with slushy runoff slipping down the slopes. I followed her gaze and saw the remains of our first camp. The lookout had collapsed under the snow. Most of the drifts had melted, but the tent was gone, surely blown far away. Far off, the gray outline of the containment zone came into view. The plane didn't slow. It flew straight on toward home. After we arrived back at the base, I took a hot shower and changed. Dorm's climate control wrapped the room in a soft warmth. The bed was plush. The first time in days I could finally let go. Exhaustion crept in. Flowers sat on the windowsill, soaking in the sun. I didn't bother with the curtains, just threw an arm over my eyes and drifted off. At some point during the hazy sleep, my breath caught. Something warm had curled into my arms, and came another presence, breathing steady at my back. When I stirred again, the room was dim. A faint slice of light peeked through the curtains. Fanny lay curled against me, her head on my arm, half her body draped across mine. No wonder I'd been a bit short of breath. I checked the time. I'd slept longer than I thought. Lowering my head, I brushed my forehead gently against hers. Our breaths mingled. Slowly, she stirred awake. How'd you end up in my bed?
I I came looking for you inside
She
your
let out a
sleep with
drowsy
the
hum
curtains still
and
open.
slung a leg over me.
So I closed them for you.
Always do this,
and got
treating me like a
cozy
body pillow.
myself.
I do. You should probably get up and grab dinner.
You don't like it?
I rolled over.
Hmm.
Someone's behind me. I rolled on top of her. Finn and I both jolted. You okay? Didn't squish you, did I?
Acacia, again. When did you sneak in?
Fenny propped herself up, shooting a glare at Acacia, who just ducked her head and played dead.
I'm fine. I think.
A sudden knock came from the door. It creeped open a sliver, and Life's voice drifted in. The three of us exchanged glances, quiet awkwardness in the air. We got dressed and
Dinner's
made our way to
ready.
the canteen.
You three, come eat if you're up.
Whether by luck or design, every operative was back at the base tonight. A little celebration, a little reunion. No cake or champagne, just plenty of heartfelt welcome homes. As dinner wound down, I noticed Intelligence Officer Caroline approaching from the corner of my eye. Something up? Got it. I'll head over now. I stood, only for her to catch my hand.
The boss wants to see you.
Is there something else?
Hey.
I smiled. She stepped forward and pulled me into a hug.
Welcome home.
In Tao's office, I sat across from her as she frowned over the mission report. Pause. I'd like to take a moment to appreciate that they're using a lot of like mythology
and
from
more
like
anomalous.
I've heard Freya, Yggdrasil, I think Heimdall. And then they also use a lot of like mathematical stuff too. Like her name is Tau, right? And just represented by just the symbol. Because we saw Theta earlier. And just like something about that just tickles the funny math brain. Is there someone named Pi? I hope there's someone named Pi. That would just be funny. But yeah, this is a very interesting take in just sci-fi and just mythology. I think we're fine. No one can see the future. We laid solid groundwork for the
In
operation.
hindsight,
What
this
happened
operation
was
was
out
a
of our
bigger
hands.
gamble than it should have been. Regardless, you did well. Thank you.
There's
hard
one
work.
more thing.
They're all expecting you.
When I
Go
touched
have
the
some
tree,
rest tonight.
I saw fragments
Don't
of the
keep them
past.
too long.
Theta, Pi, the 5th Research Institute.
I'm listening.
Oh my god, there was someone named Pi. Miraculous. I called it. I called it. There's a pie. There is a pie. If there's cake, there's pie. Math jokes. Edda, Hela, Ymir. Even shards of memories that felt missing, forgotten. Tao's eyes narrowed slightly. She sat up straighter, though her voice stayed casual.
Memories of what?
Misteltine Station. Pardon my European. Misteltine Station. Is that how you pronounce that? Misteltine? Misteltine. Misteltine? Misteltine. Misteltine? Misteltine. Pardon me as I'm grabbing screenshots for thumbnail possibilities. Yes. If you like any moments in the stream, let me know. Or not stream. Oh, I've been streaming way too much now. If there's any moments in the videos you like that you would like to see as a screenshot, I will post them in the server. Feel free to join the server, by the way. And you. Yes. I can't recall the images, only the feelings they left behind. I just knew those were things
Me?
meant to be forgotten, and people I had to remember. You know something, don't you? Won't you tell me?
I see.
Alright, hey, you know what? If it's past me saying something, you know, I'll stick with it.
I made you a promise, Adjutant. A promise not to tell you. Just keep moving forward. What you saw, it's the past and the future. Your future, Heimdall's future, and this world's. By 2057, humanity had overcome the crisis of the Juvosis pandemic. Midgard, the world's largest city, once gleamed with a light that seemed everlasting. No one could have foreseen a single event bringing it to the brink of annihilation. But today, 4 towering containment walls divide the city into 5 sectors. The innermost is known as Containment Zone Aleph. And this is all because of the descent. On October 4th, 2057, colossal beings known as Titans materialized at the heart of the city. Even overwhelming armed force could not halt the devastation they unleashed. Then came the World Tree. An immense crystalline structure taking root at the city's center and radiating Titagen outward. Despite every effort, the contamination could not be stopped. With no other recourse, Yggdrasil ordered the construction of containment walls to shield the rest of the city from both Titagen and the Titans. Of course, we knew the cause of the descent. It was triggered by an AI created by Yggdrasil, Edda. Operating from Misteltein Station in Earth's orbit, Edda had become a threat that had to be stopped. Yggdrasil dispatched a team, led by you, head of the security department, to the station. But once inside, your team went silent. All contact was lost. 3 years passed. Then, a lone escape pod returned, carrying you. And with you, humanity's last hope. You told me you would carry on your mission. That you would lead Heimdall force against the Titans. That you would become the Adjutant. Through courage, wisdom, and solidarity, Heimdall has endured. Under your command, the squad has faced countless trials, growing strong enough to challenge even Ymir. During the crisis in Shuojo, you have uncovered truth after hidden truth. And now, fate has brought you to a mysterious ancient manor. What happens next, you will witness for yourself.
Okay. And there you have it. There's the prologue of the There's your prologue to Snowbreak Containment Zone. Who are we? What are we doing? Why are we here? How this is all happening? And where is it taking us next? Damn. So yeah. There is more to Yggdrasil's forces than just those characters that we were just using. But those are kind of like the main trio. Cause yeah. Like you got the calm quiet one, the hothead, and then just the trendy nerdy sneaky one. And then we got all of these characters too. Like, and all their alternate stories that come with them. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Is that? No, okay. I thought this was like the AI, like the one that was mentioned. But I don't think so, no. Combat briefing. Events records of the past. Live action. Oh, shit! On December 30th, 2057, life saw the snow in the hospital room. Usual Enterprise while rehabilitating after the experience of the first descent. Okay. Yeah, see, there's a lot to this. There's a lot. So there's all the character backstories, and just... Let's see, Starshine Fenny. Yeah. And how we came to acquire said characters, and how they met, and how, like, yeah. Like, here, Lionheart Fenny. Ugh. I'm kind of sad I can't go back and play the original missions, though. Uh-oh. Why did it do this to me? 3 days had passed since the end of Operation Reclaim Boo Boo's consciousness, but the company still wasn't at peace yet. A multitude of intensive research projects had moved forward, working to reveal the secrets of Beiting that Boo Boo had risked her life for. Inside the medical bay at Yggdrasil headquarters, Yao stirred as though waking from a long dream, fatigue etched into her features. More poignantly striking, however, were the tear streaks silently retracing her cheeks. Realizing her face was wet, Yao paused, dazed for a moment, before quickly wiping away the tears. Only then did the figure beside her break the silence. Fenny fiddled awkwardly with her blonde pigtails as she spoke. Her gaze frequently flickered toward Yao's side.
How are you holding
The
up?
Adjutant lay in silent slumber inside the adjacent treatment pod. Pulling herself from the remnants of that emotional immersion, Yao shook her head and managed a faint smile.
I'm fine. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's sneaking in a nap during work
Fenny
hours.
tried to cut off mid-sentence.
Come on. We both know this is nothing like napping. I've been there too. It's no picnic.
Yao's calm yet resolute expression through the back memories of her own time in the spindle system with the Adjutant. Understanding what Yao might be feeling, Fenny switched topics. Before Fenny could ask about the Adjutant's condition, Yao preemptively addressed her unspoken concern.
Anyway,
Fenny let out a small sigh of relief. A trace of worry lingered in its wake.
He's doing fine. A bit too spirited, actually.
Hi. Hi.
spirited, huh?
That's beautiful.
That's not necessarily a good sign.
That's very well done. That's a nice detail. That shoulder thing. Nice detail.
He's been in there
As
too
life
long.
spoke, she couldn't help
We've
reaching
been
out
taking
to gently
shifts with the
caress
spindle system,
the face of the man
but he's
sleeping
barely
in the
rested
pod.
these past few days.
She'd been by his side for quite a while, keeping around-the-clock vigil.
Don't worry. Yeah.
She said,
The
"Yeah."
Adjutant's physical and mental metrics have
Legit.
been under constant monitoring.
This game
Everything's
has
within
cat girls
normal
too.
ranges.
Let's fucking go. Hell yeah. On the opposite side of the pod, Malxier finally looked up from her tablet. Her expression turned serious as she shifted her focus to Yao.
Yeah. You're cognitive
I
alignment
knew
of the
it was
Adjutant
Tau.
is
I
complete.
knew that symbol
Yeah.
was Tau. I paid attention in math class.
Per Director Tau's instructions.
Yes. And now we have this
I
one. This
know.
one's my favorite. Yeah, it's my favorite because number one, she's a sniper character, and two, just look at her design, that hair, that haircut, and red's my favorite color. If you can't tell. But yeah. Also, like, one of her outfits is called the Quiet Quitter. How on the nose. Yao replied as she climbed out of her treatment pod, though she wobbled slightly when she stood. Fenny stirred, intending to steady Yao, but Yao waved her off, bracing herself. She made her way to the
Are you
adjutant's
sure
pod.
you're okay?
Yao's gaze softened as she looked at the adjutant, her eyes distant and wistful, lost
fine,
in memories
really.
of her shared experiences in that dreamlike world. Under the watchful eyes of the others, Yao leaned in and pressed a gentle
Actually,
kiss to the
I've
adjutant's
never
cheek.
felt better.
She murmured softly
You
by his
promised
ear,
you'd find me.
returning to leave the
I'll
medical
hold
bay.
you to that.
It wasn't until the automatic doors slid shut that the room's remaining occupants seemed to come back to their senses. Fenny blinked, still dazed. With a somber face, Malxier walked over to where Yao had stood. Without warning,
What did she
she
just say
leaned
to the
down and
adjutant?
mirrored Yao's action, planting a kiss on the man's other cheek. Fenny's eyes widened further. Oh, that's how it's pronounced. Malgier. Oh, oops. Oops, it's Malgier. Now I know.
Malgier,
Cool.
what are you?
I'm recreating it. Yeah. Recreating Yao's actions might help me figure out what she said.
Sorry.
And? Did it help?
Not really. Yeah.
What?
Not all experiments yield results. Yeah. That's just how it is. Fenny should learn to accept that. Yeah.
You're just making excuses for sneaking a kiss, aren't you?
Human logic is so difficult to grasp.
Malgier
Yeah.
let her gaze linger
Oh,
on the
cut it
adjutant's
out.
face.
Now you're
For a
just
brief
being
moment,
dumb.
then covering her ears, she turned away with a blank expression, blatantly ignoring Fenny's protests.
Yao's alignment is
Yeah.
complete. My work here is done. Professor Frisia's
With that,
secret weapon
Malgier
is in its final
exited the room.
development stages.
Tips of her
And
pointed
my
ears
assistance
twitched up
is required.
triumphantly
Yeah.
as she strode off, her steps jaunty, like a cat that had just snagged a treat. As the door clicked shut behind Malgier, Fenny turned her glare to life, a hint of irritation flashing in her eyes.
Wednesday?
Life lowered her gaze
Why didn't you
and
say
took the
something?
adjutant's hand,
You
pressed it
already
softly
said
against her
everything
own
that
cheek.
needed to be said.
Under Fenny's incomprehensible gaze, Life lightly nuzzled her face against the adjutant's palm, as if seeking warmth from it.
Yao and the adjutant.
Fenny scoffed lightly,
They
crossing
must
her
have gone
arms,
through a lot together in
feigning
that world.
indifference. She casually tossed out a
What's
pointed
this?
question.
Starting to feel jealous. Speaking of which, what happened when you were in there with him?
That's a secret.
Big deal. the Adjutant and I have plenty of secrets of our own. And Wednesday, haven't you hogged him
Before
long
Life
enough?
could respond,
It's my turn
Fenny
now.
unceremoniously pushed her aside. She grabbed the Adjutant's hand and mimicked Life's earlier gesture, pressing his palm against her cheek. Fair.
Darling, once all this
Fair.
is over, you owe me some serious quality time.
Real. Understandable. Yes. Life stepped back. Rather than protest, her attention shifted toward the door as it slid open again. A graceful figure, dressed in pale blue, leaned casually against the doorframe, her tired gaze sweeping across the room. That's a shade of blue. That is awesome. Cause like
Katya.
Life is like an icy
How's
blue,
the
right?
Adjutant doing?
That's her power. It's like an ice blue. But Katya, like that's a medic blue right there. That's like a I'm gonna save your life kind of blue. I don't know how that makes sense, but that's the kind of blue she gives. That's awesome.
With me here, better than ever.
How are things on your end?
More smoothly than expected. Training's complete, and she's fully adjusted to the new exosuit. All metrics are perfect.
36 hours of training?
As Katya spoke,
Technically 32.
sound approaching
Director
footsteps
Tao made her
echoed
take a
from the
4-hour
corridor.
break.
With a yawn, Katya stepped aside to make way for a silver-haired girl in pristine armor, clutching a communicator. Okay, so from what I picked up,
Katya,
Chenxing is
Thank
supposed
you.
to be like the archer type
for
character.
everything these past few days.
That's awesome. As an archer, I approve of this design. Like the arm guard, the shoulder guard, that's pretty good. And then the color scheme, that is just, ugh. The way it's a nice contrast between the red and the blue, the accents of gold, yes. Nice. What beautiful detailing. Katya flashed a quick smile, her gaze
No need to
intently
think.
locking onto the man
Just
in
take
dream
care of
pod.
my adjutant.
Without
and we'll
hesitation,
leave
she
it.
strode toward him.
After all that
Her words
hard
were
work
soft,
I've done for you,
almost
a
a
little
whisper.
reward isn't
Then, without
too much
warning,
to ask.
she leaned
is
down
it?
and captured the adjutant's lips in a passionate, lingering kiss. Only half a minute later did Katya finally pull back, satisfaction gleaming in her eyes. Fanning her flushed cheeks with one hand, Katya's gaze swept over Fenny's wide-eyed shock, Life's subtle frown, and Chen Xing's blushing face and clenched fists. With a casual wave, she turned and strode toward the door. I like Katya.
I'm off. Don't bother walking me out. I need some rest. There's plenty more to do later.
Who said anything about walking you out? That woman. The nerve of her.
A trip
doing
to the
that right in
arcade?
front of me?
We can make up for it with something better later.
Better? Wait a second, Wednesday. Don't tell me you and the Adjutant have already done what I did with him.
Chenxing, could you take over from here?
Hey!
I pronounced
are
that
you
right.
trying to change
Chenxing.
subject?
Chenxing? I tried.
Whatever.
Like
I'm not
Maoxia.
wasting my breath on you.
Maoxia and Chenxing.
Please
That's
take
pretty
care of
cool.
him.
As the blush faded from Chenxing's cheeks, she nodded firmly. though her gaze remained fixed on the Adjutant. Like, look at those eye features.
I'll give it my
Look
all.
at those eyes. The eye makeup is so pretty. It's a little boop boops and the boop boop on the eyes. That's nice. That's a nice detail. That's so pretty. But not because anyone asked me to. This is something I asked myself. Muttering his name, Chenxing took a deep breath and settled into another treatment pod.
Adjutant.
Silence hung in the room for half a minute after Chenxing linked with the spindle system. Then Fenny's voice broke through. Thinking of the Adjutant's decision a few days ago, Fenny clenched her
Do you
fists.
really not have anything to
The
say
Boo
about
woke
that
up.
plan?
Frichu discovered new clues from the data Boo Boo brought back, and she used them to reconstruct a strange manner in the spindle system. However, when investigators sent by Tao arrived at the site, the Boo Boo survival pod was recovered. No trace of the manor was found. Evidence suggested that it might have been concealed using feng shui arts. It was then that the Adjutant proposed a bold plan. He'd pinpoint the manor's real-world coordinates through a high-risk move in the spindle system, and Chenxing played a crucial role in its execution.
It's a decision he made with great care.
I know. He thought it through before committing, and all we can do is support him. But still,
You're upset, frustrated, and worried because you're not the one by his side for this. I feel the same. But Chenxing is putting her whole heart into this, just as we would have.
right.
Fenny recalled the look in Chenxing's eyes. After a moment of contemplation, she sighed deeply, pulling a tube of lipstick, a gift of courage from him, her pocket, and tightening her grip around it. With these words, Fenny couldn't help but lean down,
Fine.
bury her face
I'll
against
wait.
the Adjutant's
When
chest.
the operation
nudging him
begins,
gently.
I'll get my chance to shine too. Darling, when you wake up, I swear, I'm going to give you a good bite. But where would it hurt the least?
Alright, I think that's a good stopping point here. So there you have it. There's your prologue and just the intro to the intro of the current story arc of Snowbreak Containment Zone. So if you guys want to see more of this, you know what to do. I might record the next one. Why not? But that's all on you.